Morning, everybody. Well, I have good news and interesting news. I broke through that 2 pounds and I am today at 198.4, which means I've lost 4 pounds this week. That's yay! I'm under 200 for the first time in 30 years. Isn't that fabulous? I went to the nutritionist yesterday and spoke to her, about what's going on, and come to find out that my sofa's kind of low. Come to find out, I figured this. I wasn't getting enough calories, and I was getting between 300 and 600 calories a day, and I felt like I wasn't eating enough, and that's part of the problem of me not losing weight. Well, since I'm 6 weeks now, almost 7 weeks past surgery, she gave me a little packet of information, and it's probably about, a dozen pages long. And she wants me now to start counting carbs. And I'm like, carbs? Carbs are bad for me. She goes, no, we're going to count good carbs. I'm like, okay. Well, she gave me a list of things that I can now eat. And I feel like a new world has opened up to me. I'm past the mushies and I can start eating things. And I already started. I did. I started eating a bite of broccoli here because I love broccoli. But I don't have to count the carbs in vegetables, in some of the vegetables, and some I do, but in some I don't. And only beans once a week. Well, I was having, in the mushies, I was having beans almost every day because it was a mushy food. And I, instead of having my skim milk now, she told me about coconut milk. So I went and got a half gallon of coconut milk, and I can make that in my protein shake instead of milk. Oh, and this is the new addition to the family. We haven't named her yet, but her name is either going to be Stormy or Carly. We haven't decided yet, but she's our new addition. We just got her a couple of days ago. And there's no carbs in coconut milk. And she said to bump up my protein shake to 2 scoops instead of 1. That will probably make a difference. I don't know. We'll see. And so now I have this whole new world of veggies that I have been craving veggies so much because I just love veggies. And they're free. They're just, this list that she gave me is free and it's just full of good stuff. So I did that. And I got a Fitbit. Can you see that? It's a little thing, right? Little. This is the coolest device ever. One of the girls on here on YouTube told me about this, and so I went out and got one. Now I haven't gotten the scale yet, but let me tell you what this thing does. It is so cool. I just hook it onto my belt, and then it has a wristband, so when I go to sleep, I put it around my wrist. It counts every step. It counts how many times I go up and down stairs. It counts my exercise. Counts my water. Counts my sleep. How much I sleep in a night. How many times I wake up in the night, which is real important to me because I'm a very light sleeper. And it counts. What else does it count? It tracks my exercise. Oh, it counts nutrition, the food that I eat, and the nutritional values of all of that. So if I want to know how many carbs or protein or water I've had in a day, it'll tell me. Now, the cool thing about this is it's wireless. So when I go to my computer, because you have to upload on your computer too, if I'm within 15 feet of my computer, it wirelessly uploads all of the data on this little doodad to my computer. And then I can log on my computer the food and the water and things that this won't track. And when I get the scale, which I haven't gotten the scale yet, now this was $99 at Best Buy. When I get the scale, which is $129, the scale will wirelessly upload my weight to this little thing. And then this will wirelessly upload to my website that I have. And it just puts all this data together. Now, let me tell you the cool thing about this. This little thing motivates the boo out of me. I mean, I haven't gotten 10 flights of stairs yet, Yesterday I hit 10 flights of stairs. Today it said, do you think you could do 25? I'm like, really? No, maybe. And then I got to 5,000 steps one day, and now, yesterday I got 10,000 steps in yesterday, and this little thing says, that's great, you got 10,000 steps, that's amazing, do you want to do more? I'm like, yeah, I do, and it motivates me to do more. I just love this little thing. It's just the cutest little thing, and it just hooks right on my belt all day long, and monitors my sleep all night long. It's just fabulous, so I love it. And I'm trying to keep this video short because I didn't realize how long my last one was. I went to my doctor's office too to update, you know, to talk to them about, because they wanted me to monitor my blood pressure, you know, because they took me off all those blood pressure medicines. So I monitored my blood pressure for 2 weeks, and my scale is higher than their scale. I don't know, but it is. Well, my blood pressure was so amazingly low. It was I couldn't believe it. When I got to their office and they did my blood pressure, when I left here that morning I took it, it was 138/90. I thought that was high. When I got to their office 15 minutes later, 20 minutes later, and they took it again, it was 128/60. I said, that is a huge difference. She said, your blood pressure monitor thing is way off. So, yay, never again. Well, while I was there, the little tech that was taking care of me, she had bariatric surgery a few years ago at a different location. But she told me about another support group that meets in Murfreesboro at a health food store. I'm going to go look into that. And she told me about a recipe online that I found that you will, if you don't know about it, and probably you do, but I don't know, I didn't. Because I like pizza, right? Who doesn't like pizza, right? But I don't want to do the bread, the carbs, the crust. I don't want to do that anymore. This recipe, if you Google cauliflower pizza, you will get a bunch of recipes. Promise you. The crust is made out of riced cauliflower and cheese and spices. It supposedly gets real crunchy, like a thin crust pizza. And then you just top it with your toppings. Like, I can have Canadian bacon. I could put Canadian bacon and pineapple on it. I could make a veggie pizza out of it. So I showed the recipe to Larry, and he said, oh yeah, let's try that. So next week, not this week, because I've already done the grocery shopping for this week, I'm going to try this cauliflower pizza. And I can, just everything in it is going to be free, you know, for me. And if I can get the Canadian bacon on it, which I can have Canadian bacon on this little thing, or I can have some ham, that will give me my protein and veggies. Now, just isn't that the coolest thing? Come here. Hey, come on over here. Don't, she's getting in places she shouldn't be. Come here. Come on. Come on. Oh, okay. She's a stink pot. She really is. She's just something. She gets into things. She when I first got her here, she wouldn't leave the sofa. Now, 3 days later, she's thinking the whole house is hers and she wants to go check it all out. And she's just the cutest. Isn't she just so cute? Yeah, she's being a little, she's something else. She wants to get into mischief now. And the dog just loves her. Cassidy thinks, oh, finally, you got me a cat. I want a cat. So Cassidy has a friend. Cat's not so crazy about it, but they're getting along. They're tolerating each other well. Cassidy's more curious about her than she is about the cat. Yeah, now she's going to fight. So, under 200 pounds. Yay! First time in 30 years. And, one of the girls that I met at a support group had her surgery a week ago. And we're going to meet today at the Wellness Center, and she's going to talk to them about exercising too. And so I'll have a buddy who's pretty much, you know, we're at almost the same place. I mean, I'm just a month ahead of her. And so I'll have a buddy to exercise with. And I am not going to buy clothes because I've decided that I can probably get through something for 2 sizes. Now, I have some shorts. I showed Larry the other night. I stood up, and they were really, really tight on me before. Really tight, right? I stood up last night, and I pulled them down without buttoning them, and I'm like, look at this. And he went, wow, look at that. He said, you didn't unbutton them. I said, no, look at that. He goes, wow. He says, I couldn't tell because those shorts, you had them for such a long time, that they were that big on you. I said, I know, and I pulled them way out, and I'm like, look at this. And so that is just way too cool for me that I can now pull my pants down without buttoning them. I know, you guys. Oh, and this is a new do. Yeah, it's curly. It's a curly perm right now. I just jumped out of the shower, and so it's really curly. But it's cuter when I set it, take a hot curler to it, and, you know, a hot iron and stuff. It's cuter. But right now, it's curly because I just jumped out of the shower, and I wanted to try a perm, and yeah, it's okay. And, but it'll grow out and it'll cut out, right? And so then that's it. I wanted to try something new. Why not? It's just hair. It'll grow back. It's not a big deal. It's just hair. I can cut it out later. So that's what I did. So I am very excited that I broke through the 200. I'm now 2 pounds under, and that's a 4-pound loss this week. And I am excited that I can, you know, move on in some things. And I have to confess, I did cheat this week. I did twice. I cheated twice. It's not a good thing to cheat. Bad thing to cheat. Larry came home with chicken strips, and they smelled so good. I took one. I did. It was a little one. It was a little, well, maybe that big. And I ate it. And I loved it. It was so good. And I tolerated it, and I thought, oh, this is not good. You can't tolerate these things. These are bad for you. And then Larry, the other night, wanted some frozen yogurt. Yeah. We went out to Munchies. Now, I did not fill mine like he did. It's a cup, right? And they weigh it. They say charge you by weight. And he filled it. He filled his. Overflowing. Put strawberries and hot fudge and nuts and everything on his. Big sundae, right? I thought, oh no, I'm not doing that. So I squirted a little vanilla in it and a little strawberry. And I squirted a little mint, thin mint chocolate. Now, there was no chunks in any of this in my dish. And I had a few spoonfuls on the way home. And then I stuck it in the freezer. And then last night it called my name, and I took it out and I finished it. So I cheated. I did. This week's goal is to not cheat. That's this week's goal. No cheating. Hold me to that now, because that's my goal this week, is to not cheat. Now that I have all these veggies open to me, and now that I have to count carbs, which she doesn't want me to go over 30 carbs a day, but that does not include vegetable carbs. It only includes the other kinds of carbs for like processed food, which, you know, the only processed food I eat is my shakes and applesauce. That's it. And I'm over yogurt. I'm not eating any more yogurt. I'm done with the yogurt. So I have to count those carbs. And that's it. So this is my goal this week. Every week I'm going to have a goal. And this week's goal is to not cheat. So, under 200. Let's do the dance. Woohoo! Yay! Under 200. I'm so excited. And so anyway, y'all have a supercalifragilisticexpialidocious week. And I love you bunches. And I will be checking into you with you next week. When I reach my goal of no cheats and my next weigh-in. And maybe next week we'll have a name for her. We're thinking either Carly or Stormy. We'll see. Anyway, love you bunches. Bye.